Hi everybody, I am so very sorry. We were having some very unusual technical difficulties. So just to start again, my name is Miss Stephanie. I work at the Marine Science Center, and this is our fun-filled Turtle Tots program. I get excited every week when I get to come out and say hi to you all, and I hope you do a shout out for us. Thank you so much for bearing with our technical difficulties. You just never know what can happen, especially on a live program. So today, if you didn't get to see, we are talking about Octopus, one of my most favorite and one of the most intelligent invertebrates in the ocean. So what is an invertebrate? Well, if you touch your backbone right there in the middle, we have a bone. We have a bunch of bones, and it's called a vertebrate. We have bones in our whole body, so give a touch. Give a touch. We even have muscle that holds onto our bones. Our bones hold our bodies together. Well, an octopus, or also an invertebrate, are animals that don't have true bones. That is amazing. So an octopus lives with all his little invertebrate friends, like crabs, like oysters, like, butterflies don't have bones. Even snails, hermit crabs, oh my goodness, there's so many. So an octopus is one of those animals, but they're known as the smartest. He has a head, so touch your head. We have heads too. And his head is not even called a true head, it's called a mantle. And so he has a mantle, he has two eyes, 1, 2, and because he's extra cool, he has 8 legs. So count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 legs. That was a lot of counting. So these legs aren't called legs or arms or anything like that. They're actually called tentacles. Wow! And if we look on the underside, something unique that an octopus has is these really cool suction. And we have more real life photos of that. But before we get started too far, we're going to read a really cool book. It's called Ozzy Octopus, A Tale of a Clever, that means smart, critter. Look at him, he's so cute. So, this is by Suzanne Tate, illustrated by James Melvin. And then Suzanne Tate series is what we use for a lot of our books at our Turtle Tots program. Ozzy Octopus was a strange-looking critter with long, squirmy arms. Remember, we counted 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He was a member of the mollusk family with its hard-shelled oysters and clams. But Ozzy had no shell to protect him. Underneath his head, I see his head, was a beak like a bird. He had big eyes and a large brain. Ozzy Octopus was much smarter than any oyster or clam. He had 8 powerful arms. Each one had 2 rows of suction cups that help him to fight or to catch food. Ozzy Octopus lived all alone. His home was a den. Remember, we all learned that all animals have a home, and our octopus creates a den, usually in a rocky place where there's lots of hiding. He could hide. His den is where he could hide from all his enemies. He was a messy mollusk. Many shells littered the opening of his den. Do you see all the shells? Those look an awful lot like an oyster shell or even a clam shell. At dusk, that means dark time, Ozzy would slip out of his den. He would ooze in and around everywhere, looking for food. Ozzy Octopus liked to hunt for crabs. Ooh, tasty crabs. A favorite food. He squirted a cloud of ink into the water. It would help him to hide. Then he oozed along the bottom and began to sneak up on crab after crab. He caught each one with a squirmy arm. Look at all those crabs. Each arm or tentacle has its own little mini brain, so he can go and catch all these different crabs and all his different arms. That is so cool. Krabby and Nabby were nearby. Remember Krabby and Nabby? Look, there's that big octopus we've seen before, Krabby said. Yes, and look at all those poor crabs he's caught, Nabby sighed. Oh no, they better hurry away. Quick, let's bury in the bottom, Krabby urged. Krabby and Nabby hid just in time. Ozzy Octopus oozed right over the top of them. When Ozzy arrived home with his harvest of crabs, he slipped backwards into his den. I'll be safer this way, he thought. I can watch to see if anything scary is out there. The next day, Ozzy peeked out of his den with his big eyes. Carefully, he oozed out and about. Do you see the green moray eel? That could be a tasty treat for him. Ozzy Octopus was always careful because he had many enemies. Suddenly, a big stargazer was nearby. Look at that stargazer fishy. He has big teeth. Ozzy tried to hide by instantly changing color. But that hungry fish came closer and closer. Do you think he'll see Ozzy? I don't know. Let's find out. Ozzy let go a powerful weapon, an inky cloud that usually stopped anything. But that big fish kept coming. He opened his big mouth and in went Ozzy. Oh no! Ozzy Octopus was in big trouble, but not for long. The stargazer couldn't swallow Ozzy with all his squirmy arms and his big head. That ugly fish spit him right out, arms and all. Yay, Ozzy's okay. Ozzy shot a jet of water through his body and sped away. Oh my, thought Ozzy, what a close call. I'm going to look for a new place to hide. Then he saw that one of his arms was missing. But Ozzy wasn't worried. He knew it would grow back. Wow, that's kind of like a sea star. That is an amazing thing that the octopus can do. The big octopus found another hiding place and went to sleep. He woke up. Ozzy sensed something scary. Some strange animals were swimming in the water near his den. Ozzy oozed out a bit so that he could see better. Do you spy the strange animals? I do. They look like humans. I've never seen anything like those creatures before, he thought. They look like dolphins that would like to eat me. I'd better stay in my den where I am safe. Ozzy Octopus didn't know those strange animals were divers. Helpful humans had come to study him. They placed a glass jar and a lid near Ozzy's den. In the jar was a juicy shrimp, a tempting meal for an octopus. The helpful humans wanted to find out just how clever an octopus could be. They swam away where Ozzy couldn't see them. Ozzy was so excited to see the shrimp. He oozed out to grab a tasty treat, but it was inside the jar. What kind of trick is this? He asked himself. But in a few minutes, Ozzy's big brain told him just what to do. He turned the jar lid with a squirmy arm and grabbed a slippery treat with another. Wow, so two arms can work separately doing two different things. That is so amazing. The helpful humans saw right away how clever an octopus could be. It didn't take long for him to get that shrimp, one of the divers said. Now we see how quickly an octopus can solve a problem. Ozzy Octopus oozed inside his den again. Shy and smug, he lay hidden from the world. And like every other octopus, Ozzy was a clever critter. The end. Oh, I love this story. What a great story about a clever critter. So, I have a really couple cool little things to see. So, an octopus has his mantle, he has his tentacles, but where does he eat his food? Do you know where his mouth is? Touch your mouth. We have a mouth. We talk with our feet, our teeth. Ozzy has a mouth. It's inside, right where you think like it wouldn't be, right inside there. And inside there is this really cool beak. Do you see it? Does it look like a bird beak? So the beak will take that, let's turn it this way. You can see there's a top and a bottom, and they'll take that piece of crab and tear it apart and eat the meat, or the shrimp, or the clam. All those cool things. And Ozzy is a great camouflage. So camouflage is a big word, so everybody say camouflage. That means he's hiding. Do you ever play hide and seek? I love hide and seek. It's so hard. Well, let's do hide and seek with a picture of an octopus. This is the rocky bottom of the ocean, and do you spy the octopus? I'll give you a clue. I see a siphon. That is what he will breathe in and out with. I spy one eye. And all his tentacles are so camouflaged we do not even see them in the rock. So, octopus have special little tiny ink sacs all throughout their body that let them change color instantaneously. If a predator, a bigger animal like an eel or a dolphin or a big stargazer fishy would want to eat an octopus, he could change color and even change the shape of his body to match wherever he is. So if he leaves his rocky bottom and goes to the sandy bottom, he can change color to match. Pretty cool. So, today we are going to show you how we made our very own really cool octopus. Oh, thank you, Alana. So our octopus, remember, his head, he's a head and a body. And he has two eyes, so we did the eyes. He has his mantle, and he has his tentacles. So we did 8 tentacles. So Alana was my helper. And on this one, we did some cool stuff. We took strips of paper. So hold it up so we can see. And we painted it, and we did really fun colors, and we did really cool eyes. But we took our strips of paper. So we'll come back here. Want to come back around? Hold this up right here. Show you how we did this. So we took our craft, and you can color it. I used my the wrapper, so Alana's going to do that for me. She's going to color, and if you take it the long way, like that. Good job, Alana. You can color your octopus any color you want. You can also, of course, use paint, and that makes it always so fun. And on for the eyes, I just took 2 white paper and then black paper. You can always use a crayon and color those in. And if you use your handy color stick, you can glue them on anywhere you want on your octopus. So there's that, so you can do that. For this guy, if you take strips of paper, You can take your tape and tape them to the back, or staple, whichever you have, or glue. And then once that's done and your paint dries and you glue the eyes on, you can take Honey Nut Cheerios, because who doesn't love Honey Nut Cheerios? And we glued them with some tacky glue to make the suction for all 8 tentacles. And so these suction are what let your octopus grab his tasty food or his clam to hide in and get away. So he's going to use those. Okay, good job, Alana. Now on this guy, you'll notice I have these really cool ziti noodles. So if you take ziti noodles, and I have some right here, and this is a craft that will take a long time to do. In fact, it's so fun. Kids absolutely love this. We've done this for Turtle Tots. You can do a pattern. You could even number each color. So we have red, green, kind of like an orangey yellow, and a little bit of blue. And create a pattern. So on our legs, we did a really cool pattern. But you certainly don't have to, but it does make it fun for kids. So what you do to color, you take food dye and soak them in food dye for a long time. And then you have to dry them out. And so there's all sorts of different ways to color the ziti, but we did these actually a while ago. So super fun craft, really fun, great way to show kids about patterns, show them about colors, and dexterity to put things together. We had a really fun time the one time we did this in Turtle Tots. It was a whole lot of fun. So, because we love Octopus, can you help me? When I said Aussie Octopus, okay, let's move this guy. We use pipe cleaners too to put the ziti noodles on. So, for the tentacles, exactly. So, when this really fierce looking octopus gets afraid,
he goes into the water, he's like a shark comes by, he gets afraid, and
what's he gonna do? He doesn't use ink like a pen. Not a pen, not ink from a pen, but ink from his special. So it will hide him. Okay, we need our, whoa, let's see if this ink from the octopus, oh, I can't see anybody, look at that. I can't see. So the big, fierce looking shark keeps cruising on by and doesn't see Ozzy the octopus. And that is how octopuses stay hidden. They are masters at camouflage. And all that, I have ink all over me. This is washable paint. You can do this at home. It totally will wash out of everything. We do it a lot in our sensory bins. And these are just little squirty, fun little squirty, squishy toys that we have. Okay, all right, good stuff. Now, moving on. So, at the Marine Science Center, we have one of our, what we call ambassador animals. And this is our octopus. And this is our octopus that you can see we have at our one of our tanks. And we have, is it Alyssa? I think it was Alyssa playing with our octopus. Again, remember, octopus are the smartest vertebrates in the water. So they need lots of what we call enrichment. That means they play. Do you like to play? So an octopus, he has his little ball that we put in there. And just like Ozzy had his shrimp out of a glass jar, our octopus will eat shrimp out of a glass jar. He's so smart, he can open the lid and get the live shrimp out. So he uses his 8 tentacles. Each one can work independently of the other. And his suction, very strong suction. And you can see he's touching Miss Alyssa's hand. He's tasting and touching her. Pretty cool. So he will remember who she is. So, our octopus needs a name. We need you in the comments to leave a name that you think we should name our octopus. We're gonna try and come out later this week and pick a name, and so we'll announce the name of our octopus we have. So, last week, if you were with us, we did Fish Crow. We all got to meet Charlie. So we have our awesome friend Marley Elcott. So thank you, Marley, for sharing your really cool Fish Crow mask. You did an awesome job. We love Marley. She comes all the time to Turtle Tots. Hi, Miss Pat, too. We thank you for watching and everybody. And then we also have Peyton and MJ. Peyton and MJ did some really cool face masks. Crow face mask. How cool is that? So every week when we finish our craft, we hope that you will share a photo. You can email it, you can post it onto the live feed in the comment section, and then next week, hopefully we can do a shout out just so we can see all the really fun artwork that you all do. We really appreciate you guys coming and seeing us. If you want to wave bye to Ozzy the octopus, say bye. Say bye to Alana. Thank you guys for coming. We appreciate you guys bearing with our technical difficulties. Bye.